Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all for hanging with me on this Friday. So yesterday I talked about subsurface schooling fish baits. Now let's talk about topwater, because this can be crucial for a lot of different reasons. You know, you can throw a topwater further than all those subsurface baits. Super clear water, super finicky fish. Topwater may be the only way you can get them to bite. They don't get a good look at it. They just see that silhouette on top. So I'm going to go through a couple different baits, different styles of baits when it comes to sound and what they actually do on top of the water, because they're all a little bit different. So now a topwater walking bait, a super spook, let's go as basic as we possibly can go here. This might be around fish that haven't seen a whole lot of baits. They're easy to catch. This one throws the furthest. And if you don't have fish that are highly pressured or really keyed in on what they're eating, you can get this to them. This is going to be the easiest way to catch them. Now, what typically happens, like you saw in my video a couple days ago, if you watched it, they don't want to bite this most of the time because this isn't what they're really feeding on. They're feeding on shad that are this big. So unless there's 2 or 3 chasing it or, you know, competing for it, this isn't really your best option. Now, a lot of times you're going to be fishing for schooling fish on lakes that have blueback herring. So a topwater walking bait that pops. This is a pencil popper. This one specifically is a Cane Walker 115. This throws a mile. This will actually throw further than the spook as far as you can sling it. And this is really good on blueback lakes. And again, there are just days where they want something on top over something subsurface. So this is one that I always try, even on lakes that don't have bluebacks. It just spits and walks and you can burn it. A lot of times you don't even really have to work it like you would typically walk a dog. You just reel it in long poles. It's just going to make that bait go super fast. A lot of times you don't want the fish to get a good look at your bait. You want it going as fast as you can. And blueback herring have taught us that they're swimming as fast as they can and those fish will swim them down. There's not a retrieve on a reel that you can move a bait too fast when it comes to schooling fish. So a lot of times it's not just a walk the dog action, it's burn it. The big thing with topwater, when you get out of the post spawn, so as we get into the summer and the fall, work that bait as fast as you can. A lot of baits, when it comes to the tougher days and not being able to catch them, slower is better. Topwater, once we get into the warmer water, faster is better. So as we get from here up until, you know, the water starts cooling off big time, like super cold, I'm working my topwaters as fast as I can. Now, let's talk about sound, because these baits are loud and there will be days where sound is what is ruining the bite for you. So here is a Sammy. This is a great bait. It's not a super loud bait, and this is a great bait for catching bass that are schooling. Now, they also make baits that are completely silent. So this is a balsa bowl. This is an old school Mike Buca bait. I'm not sure he's still making this, but this one is completely silent, and I have witnessed this be significantly better. Like no bites with the Lucky Craft Sammy, and catch them every time you land it within, you know, a half a second of them coming up. So sound can be a big player. Now, as I'm going through all these baits and I'm really dialing this in because there's nothing else to do on the lake, the lake's fishing super tough, you can't catch a good bag of fish doing anything else, it is worth it to try every single one of these. Now, if I just had 3, it would be the silent version to see if they're biting, you know, sound, or if the sound is throwing them off. It would be the pencil popper, because I can work this a lot of different ways. Burn it across the top, walk it, and it's going to be spitting. It'll work in a little bit more windy conditions if the wind picks up, and it has 3 hooks on it. So I feel like I have a lot better hookup percentage. And then last but not least would be my smallest topwaters. So a lot of companies make super small topwaters. This is a rather new, or a somewhat new bait from, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. This is a head and bow-yo. So this one, believe it or not, super loud, has that one knocking BB in there. Throws really good. I can cast it a really long way, and it's super small. So not only is this a great schooling fish bait, but this is also a good bait when I just want to cover some water and I know everything that I'm fishing around is feeding on those threadfin shad. So this time of year, be around the bait and look for schooling fish because it is a cheat code. It will put fish in the boat, bigger fish than you can probably catch doing anything else, especially on those slick, calm days. So try these. Good luck to you, and I'll see you on the water.